All right, we've got some breaking news coming, more breaking news coming from the Supreme Court. Remember, before break, we teased about this big story. Today, in fact, the Supreme Court will be hearing a plea challenging centre's stand on deporting Rohingya Muslims, and a bunch of Rohingya Muslims have challenged governments this stand in the Supreme Court, and we are expecting to hear from that particular case, but the Supreme Court is today now going to hear a plea challenging the centre's stand on Rohingyas. Rohingya Muslims have approached the apex court challenging the centre's stand on not providing rehabilitation to Rohingya refugees. It's going to be another big day in terms of what are the observations that the court is now going to make on this, especially on strongly worded affidavit that was filed by Centre a few weeks back, because in that affidavit, which we are beaming right now on your screens, demographic profile of some of the bordering states has also been cited in that centre's affidavit, claimed to have entered without any valid document. Well, this is about the Rohingyas, where the illegal migrants, the government has cited massive security concerns, also particularly pertaining to the northeastern corridor, because that is something geographically which enjoys proximity to Myanmar border. Possibility of eruption of violence is also one of the reasons cited in that order. Okay, we have Rhythm joining us live on this story. Rhythm, and today, on what grounds now these Rohingya Muslims are going to really fight tooth and nail for their case? Because as far as centre's stand on this is considered, it's going to be absolutely unchanged, isn't it?
Well, on humanitarian grounds, Sakul, they are moving here to the top court once again. You know, this hearing is continuing. Every week we see the Rohingya matter coming up in the top court. But the central government has said it will take a long time to really go into the nitty-gritty and the details of this case. The central government in that affidavit, like you are mentioning, has made 3 quick points. Like we should tell our viewers, they want the Rohingya Muslims to be brought to be deported from India, and the reasons they are giving are that a lot of Rohingya Muslims do have several security concerns is what they have cited in this particular affidavit. They said a lot of them are a part of Rohingya militancy. The kind of words that they have used in this affidavit that had been accessed by Republic exclusively were extremely shocking, because they said Rohingya militancy is what they are talking about, and they said they are a part of extremist terrorist groups such as ISIS and ISI. That's the first point. The second point, like you mentioned, the northeastern corridor and the kind of access it would give to them. And the third extremely crucial point they said is they need to be deported back because of security concerns for Indians. Today's hearing is extremely crucial. At 2 o'clock, that particular hearing will happen in the Supreme Court. Chief Justice's bench will be hearing the matter. They've told both the sides, don't get emotional, give us humanitarian causes, give us a humanitarian logical point here. Fali Nariman going to be appearing for the Rohingya Muslims, asking for some sort of benefits for them. But the central government completely firm in this case, completely aggressively trying to take the same stand they've taken from the very start. They do not want Rohingya Muslims to continue being a part of India. They do not think they should stay on here, and this is only for one reason: security concerns.
And what about they challenging centre's stand particularly on the grounds of rehabilitation? Well, centre is also very clear on that. One aspect of it, as you rightly pointed out, is the security concerns, and nothing to do with the rehabilitation also of these illegal migrants. Rhythm.
Absolutely. And Sakal, you know, they come to the court and say that we have taken refuge in India after escaping from Myanmar due to widespread discrimination and violence and bloodshed against the community there. But remember, we've heard that this might almost be like a regional issue that we really need to sit and talk about. Bangladesh, Myanmar, all the governments that India has been in discussion with have been trying to get a sense of what's been happening in this case. But the one thing that the central government is extremely clear about, because in a very clear, crystal clear affidavit, they tell the court, we have security concerns. We need to see the fundamental rights of the citizens of India. That's why we believe they should not be a part of the country here. Remember, Republic has been at the forefront of trying to raise the issue that it's security over Rohingyas. When we started this campaign, when we started this hashtag several weeks back, we faced the wrath of several people who were Rohingya apologists. But the point is, after that, the central government's affidavit came to the top court and it brought out the clear things that were being said on Republic from the very start. we did have access to documents from our sources that clearly pointed out fingers that Rohingya Muslims were in fact a part of Rohingya militancy, terrorism, ISI and ISIS.
Right, and it'll be seen whether the petitioner's stand is going to cut any ice legally with the court and what happens today in the noon on this case. Ridhiman and Bharadwaj, many thanks for those details on this story.